Welcome to this new channel that's going to incorporate meditation, healing, peace, podcast formats, and just any other life lessons that I want to talk about, quotes, inspirational tips and tidbits that I've kind of discovered over the years. So one of the reasons this channel has been so delayed in overcoming, if anyone out there can relate to perfection, definitely coming from a perfectionist mindset where if nothing's perfect, I don't want to do it. And one of the things that I didn't want to do was start something and then not have it be perfect, or else I didn't want to participate or do anything with it. But now that I think about it, I realize that perfection isn't always the best thing in the world. It can slow you down and then nothing gets done. So one of the key, let's talk about why all of a sudden I got inspired to keep this up. One of them is, let's start with this face app thing. It's a very new little app that's kind of can make you younger or older. It's all the rage right now, and the world loves pretending to be older than they are and younger than they are. But one of my friends had posted something very interesting, and I haven't talked to the guy in forever, and it was a WhatsApp story. But what it was he posted a younger version of himself. He's probably in his 50s, maybe getting closer to 60. And what he posted was a photo of his younger self, and it said, "Youth, just memories. Precious youth, I miss you so much." And it really kind of got me thinking, and I'm getting closer to 40, and 40 is kind of one of those birthdays that just kind of hits you like a bag of bricks. And what have you done in life? Maybe even when I turned 20 and when I turned 30 and probably when I turned 50, just kind of like, what have I done with my life? Have I done anything with my life? Got me thinking. And so imperfection, and the other hard part is accepting that people like imperfection, the fact that this isn't perfect, and you're going to hear background noise, and you're going to hear me take a sip of water and doing my laundry in the background. And it's one of those things that, that's what's happening, but is that okay? Can I still record this podcast and give back to the universe even though nothing's perfect? Will people judge me and hate me? Yeah, probably, but can I live with that? That's probably my biggest fear in life, is to be judged by other people and picked on and bullied, coming from that kind of background. I'm not sure how many people out there can relate to it, but that definitely is something that really has scarred me mentally and left me with a lot of personal wounds. And if anyone else out there has had those kind of wounds, they can understand what I'm talking about, where that stuff leaves you scarred for life. It really hurts to be bullied as a kid, and you never really get over it. You don't get over it. So I ended up doing something called a death meditation at a seminar I attended a little while ago, or a few weeks ago, a few months ago. Who knows? Doesn't matter. And one thing you kind of relate to is, if you just died today, what did you leave undone? And for me, I never really gave back. I hate giving back, but I love working on myself. And it was something that I really need to work on, was when I die, everything that I learned, all the seminars I attended, all the books that I read, all the productivity, all the money I made, it doesn't matter if I didn't give anything back. Heck, outside of the funeral, probably, and the few people that would attend my funeral. During the death meditation, I think only like 5 people attended my funeral. Now ask yourself that question. If you were to die today, how many people would attend your funeral? So it kind of made me realize I haven't given anything back to the world. And it's tough because it's such a toxic, negative place out there. You'd rather just live your life and do your own thing. I know my dad, he's like that, where he's, doesn't want to help anybody, doesn't trust anybody. But as soon as something goes, he was cheated out of a lot of money once. I was too. And, stuff like that scars you. Anybody here ever had a business partner or someone that stole money from you for a pyramid scheme or a scam? You'll realize, wow, I don't want to trust the world anymore. But is that really the way you want to go out? I mean, for 30 plus years I didn't care, but now more so I realize I haven't left any kind of legacy, and I don't want fame, I don't want fortune, but I need to give back some way. They say go volunteer at a homeless shelter, go to a third world country, volunteer a little bit. Those kind of things will really help you out and become a better person. They might be right. I haven't done much of that, so this little podcast of putting out a little positivity out there into the world is my way of giving back. And we'll see how it goes, but that's kind of the rationale between hiding? What are you escaping from? I take naps. I make an excuse that work's too busy. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I got to do something else. And something I've always wanted to do is start this kind of podcast. And so one of the things I've learned is the universe whispers what you should be doing, but they don't actually yell it to you. What you get yelled at are things you shouldn't be doing, like going on CNN and reading about toxic social media or checking your Instagram feed and hating yourself because you don't compare to the people you follow. But the universe has a calling for all of us. And in all my life, everyone has said, oh, I like your voice. You should start do a radio broadcast on sports. Or the other day I left my credit card and I lost it and I had to call the restaurant over the phone. And it was very interesting to hear that the person over there was, when I came in, was like, oh, here's my ID. And he's like, oh, you don't need to. I like your voice. I remember your voice. Here's your credit card. Well, one time I was at work and someone overheard me talking and came up to me. He's like, hey, you should narrate a podcast on radio or something because you have great radio voice. Not that radio really exists anymore. But you know what I mean. Little things like this I've heard my whole life, and it had to be perfect. I don't have a website yet. I don't have a page yet. I just got this little YouTube channel. I'm just going to start small by uploading these videos, try to do it 2 or 3 times a week. We'll see how it goes. Maybe someday I'll do it every day where instead of journaling, I'll start my day with a little podcast. But what my question of the day kind of is, what are you postponing that you know you should be doing? So everyone's got something. What is the universe whispering to you that the way the universe is whispering, you should do this, you should do that? You know what it is? You know you've heard it. You're making an excuse. Oh, I gotta go eat. I gotta go to the gym. I gotta go to sleep. I'm tired. A million excuses. I don't feel like it today. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tonight. Let me get this work out of the way. Oh, I got class. That's the way my brain worked. And now, no more excuses. It's not perfect. Look, I'm going to take a sip of water right now. Before, I couldn't even do that. I would feel like my podcast would be ruined and I have to start all over. But now, I don't want to live like that. I feel like I'm a prisoner of my own mind. I make my life miserable. I hate my life sometimes. I don't want to live like that anymore. It's going to be tough, and there's going to be a lot of negative comments out there, and not everyone's going to take your side, but I feel like the only way for me to move forward is to give a little back to the universe, and this is going to be my way of giving back. Really, my strongest point will probably be meditation podcasts. Meditation over podcasts, because I feel like I can use my voice. You can follow my voice, and I can guide you to more peace and relaxation and a little meditation and stuff like that. But these podcasts are also a way of building character and leaving a legacy. And then if someday I get hit by a train, my plane crashes or something happens to me, although no one will ever know who I am, at least I know that I left a small little legacy, some small little voices. Someone might discover this channel someday, and it might make a difference for them or help them out or help them feel better. So that's something that I feel really... I mean, think about your own death. What are you leaving back for other people? I don't even want to think about it. But I haven't left anything. I haven't left jack squat to anyone. I could leave some money, leave some inheritance to family, but what have I done to make the world a better place? Nothing. I haven't done anything to make the world a better place. So I need to... I believe in karma, bad karma. That makes me not want to do bad things. But what about good karma? Maybe I should do some good stuff and help someone else out there. The world's become a really dark place, and is there anything I can do to start making it a tiny bit better? This is my way of doing it, so that's what I'm here for. That's what finally inspired me on this Monday that's not perfect. I got so much work to do. I don't have time to do this. I slept. I took a nap. I procrastinated. I went to go do my laundry. I didn't even want to take out the mic to record this, but you got to do that. Who am I to tell other people to do stuff if I can't do it myself? And it's such a small little step. What is this, a 10-minute podcast? I'm just going to work on the audio for 5 minutes, upload it, and see what happens. I mean, it didn't take that long, but what are you postponing in life? This is what I was postponing in life. What are you postponing in life? And what is the world telling us we should be doing we're not doing? Just instead of talking to myself in my brain, that doesn't contribute anything, and maybe I should just put it out there and ramble on these podcasts and see how it goes. Do a little rambling. It's not perfect. It's not the best audio quality. Someday I'd love to just help the world and do my podcast thing and make the world a slightly better place, but gotta start somewhere, and this is step 1 for me. So this is step one. I mean, another thing is I've attended seminars for 10 years and I've taken mountains of notes in my journals, and I never even opened those journals or reread the notes or talked about them. That's something I'm going to be adding to this channel as well. So I'm going to open up these old books, look at the nuggets of wisdom, and read them live, and then kind of talk about them and talk about my experience with them. Because I feel like right now these are just a bunch of books that no one cares about, that I'm not reading, no one's reading, and it's not helping the world. I'm sitting on my shelf. It's shelf help, as they call books. And these are my own journal shelf help, which aren't doing anything for me. It's time to give back. The universe was whispering to me for decades to do this, so it's finally time to do it. So here I come, universe. Let's see how it goes. If you like this kind of content, or you want to keep me accountable, or you want me to help you stay accountable, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on, and let's just tackle this journey of life together. Because remember, every day, getting closer to our own death. We're not getting younger. We're all dying from the day we're born. And those of us in our 20s or 15 think we got a long life. But that's not true. You could die at 20, 21. And those of us who are 60, we might have 40 more years left to live. It's a long time to make a difference. If you haven't made a difference in anyone's life, it's now or never. Now or never.